Recording is
All
in
right.
progress. Pause new
All
recording.
right. Well, welcome everybody to LEV AI as the modicum, as the logo suggests. You're in the right place. You want to learn more about this awesome intelligence team. So I will be asking the question if I'm brand new or just seeing this on Facebook later on or wherever this may be later on or even right now. What is awesome intelligence? And what is LEV AI? It's two brand new concepts all in one conversation. So I'm gonna start with the awesome intelligence and work backwards. It was an idea I had that just kind of reframes, and obviously Andrew heard it, recognized it, resonated with it, like we always do. Might be some interference with this fire truck, but nonetheless, I mean, I don't want to waste my words. Let me put it on mute for a second.
One with no meat, and I think I'll take hash browns this morning and wheat toast. Probably hash brown. No.
Okay.
One without meat and hash browns. You want bacon?
Hey, Andrew, since we're live and recording, maybe you can mute your
bacon,
order.
eggs, and wheat toast.
Okay, how you want that for what?
Soft scrambled.
Soft scrambled with bacon and over medium with the no meat.
Okay, anything else?
That's it up.
Nothing.
All right.
All right, we're glad to know what you're eating today, bro. This morning.
I apologize, brother. I apologize.
Hey, don't apologize. I mean, you don't eat, you don't stay alive, right? But that lets you know that we are everyday people here with LEV AI and awesome intelligence. And we too eat. And so, but yeah, so like I was saying, awesome intelligence. Everybody hears about artificial intelligence. And because it's become such a buzzword and become a buzz idea that's here to stay, there's a certain kind of grooved in way people talk about artificial intelligence. And I'm speaking about how did we get to where we're having a call here talking about, man, it's like everything's an emergency around here. Fire trucks, ambulances. But and so awesome intelligence, again, Wikipedia will say one day, because of us, that awesome intelligence is rooted in artificial intelligence, but it's putting a whole new spin on it. It's putting a whole new intention in the game. Artificial intelligence has come to be a concept that's kind of related to you're about to lose your job to AI. Whatever you're doing on it as a job, the days are coming. You ain't gonna be needed no more. And there's gonna be robots. Maybe I think someone said recently, I heard in a chat room I was in, they said, well, Elon Musk said there's gonna be 1 billion robots running around here pretty soon. And the idea is kind of like, I don't know if it's through Will Smith or iRobot or whatever movies are out there, like the takeover of these artificial intelligent beings, robots are these non-biological things that have been created but have minds of their own, and they're gonna go awry, and it's gonna be all bad for you. And I don't know what the result, therefore hide underground forever. I don't know, but this is not that. Awesome intelligence is utilizing all the best practices of Earth, all the knowledge and wisdom for your good, and to inoculate you against all manners of lies and BS and ill intentions and all of that. Just swallow it up with you programming, bringing the best out of what you know you are and putting it forward and creating from that space the concept of your intelligence, whoever you are, whatever that means to you. You now have a chance to put your thoughts, your good intentions, your music, your culture, the brilliance that even built pyramids, for example. That brilliance, that mindset, that high technology of love and do the right thing and treat people right. And that too can eat up all the lies. You know, there's an idea that Tell the truth until you knock out falsehood's brains. See, that's all we're talking about over here. Awesome intelligence is it's betting on the idea for, not really betting, but bear with me. It's betting on the concept that in the end, the truth will win. Whatever it looks like today, however negative it may or may not look, as long as the truth is told and the truth is in the atmosphere, that truth is going to find a way to forge its way through. So we start there as an intention with awesome intelligence. People need food, these bodies, they still believing in these, been here for trillions of years, evolving, and still betting on that, but recognizing each and every person has their own ideas, has their own thoughts, knows what it takes for them to survive. And that's primary. As any living creature has to do, it has to survive anything. And so even AI, it's designed to survive. And so we can create, the good news is we can create the world we want to see. Now, it takes a degree of courage. It takes a degree of boldness. It takes a degree of getting out of maybe your comfort zone. And that's why I'm thankful for Randy Schrader. I'm thankful for the experience of Blake, his son, Schrader, a lawyer, involved with this LEV AI. These are names, if you stick around LEV AI for any length of time outside of this conversation, you'll get validation. You'll understand. When you start looking at Get LEV AI HQ, and you go to that YouTube channel, and you begin to see what LEV AI is, why, then you'll understand a little better why we're in here at 11 o'clock every day. We're in here having this time set aside where we get to talk about LEV AI from the awesome intelligence point of view. Because if you just listen to some of these financial channels, if you only, boy, you're going to hear a whole lot of the robots are coming to get you. Over here, you get to create all that you need to sustain yourself and protect yourself in a beautiful, good way around the planet and speaking languages. And so just wanted to lay that foundation for the brand new person that may be coming in or maybe in here or obviously maybe seeing this recording at some time in the future. Andrew, if you're still available, if you're not in between bites, maybe you can share. If not, I can keep sharing a little bit more about LEV AI.
Oh yes, I am here, Remus, but I'm about to start driving, so I'll be out of communication for about maybe 8 to 9 minutes. But I
Okay.
am here.
All right. Good to know. Appreciate that. Good stuff. All right. So I'll hold it down. So again, back to this pure intention about just letting people know about LEV AI. We will be launching tomorrow. It was confirmed over the last couple of days. And as early as yesterday, it was confirmed again. Tomorrow, there will be a shift again. They're calling it phase 2. We're in the middle of phase 1. Phase 1 started on the 18th of September, brand new. So, but we are live. People are paying their money. They're getting the services. They're able to use the service. Had 3 more people on my team last night that already had got in for free in other words, without paying any money. They became a part of the Awesome Intelligence Network with Andrew and myself, meaning they're on my team and Andrew's on my team, and we're anchoring this whole thing. Those that come on board on our team, they're like right now, somebody could be watching this in Africa, India, LA, New York, Boston, Massachusetts, Caribbean, doesn't matter. You got invited in here. So you're a part of this awesome intelligence, spirit, energy, team, potentially, if you decide to say, you know what? Let me jump in that network. It's a network. Let's put a network together. That's all we're doing. Networks within networks within networks. That's what this planet is. So we're just carving out a network, a certain kind of way. And we're very much understanding this is about LEV AI, leveraging AI. Personally, I'm praying. I'm praying for the success of Randy, Blake, this company, because I see the good in it for a whole lot of folks. In my mind, I'm sure if my life depended on it, I'd come up with 1,000 names today of people I know that need this, that I believe with everything in me, they'll be a better person. Now, they may not see it the same way today, but I think a certain percentage will see it that way tomorrow. or the next day, or the following week, or a month from now. No different than those that came up with the cell phone initially, and now everybody's holding a cell phone. And it ain't as big as they used to be. That's for sure. People get the cell phone every year. Been doing that for probably 17 years. Some folks in a row. New phone, new phone, new phone. But nonetheless, we're using them, and hopefully, indefinitely, they're getting a lot better as time moves on. So similarly, AI in general is the fuel that fuels LEV AI. It's not LEV cell phone. It's not leveraging desktops. It's not leveraging vehicles. It's not LEV, what else is out here? Streetlights. You know, it's LEV AI. I love the vision that puts them in front, them, us, the company. I mean, I can appreciate it from a distance and say them, but now having been in and also now having presented last night and being called to present again tomorrow night, which I have been, it starts to become my LEV AI. And that's a beautiful thing. It's open for others to say, hey, that's my LEV AI. You know, someone else created it. You know, like little children coming out the womb and it's like, that's my ball. This is my couch. That's my mama. Now, mama got 10 other children she had before that boy showed up, that little girl showed up. But that's my mama. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's kind of very much at the core of us as beings that are here to survive. Like, it's mine. So it's a lot to learn out here, but appreciating those that have gone before us. And I pray every day. And one of the prayers I've been taught to pray, and I love it, is basically these words. Dear Heavenly Father, bless my parents. Forgive them for their shortcomings. Cover down for them for where they fell short. Because they, in essence, they did their best. I'm here now as a result. Whatever, like good, bad, and different, bless them for just producing me. I'm here. I got a chance to do something. That, to me, is a powerful prayer. And I can think about Randy and Blake and Terry, who I've never met in person, any of these people. I'm really getting to know Randy better because he does a lot of speaking and he recognizes something in us on our team here and what we're doing. And at this early stage, we're early adopters and we have a certain spirit that really, I know, resonates with what the vision that Terry LaCour Enterprises, Blake, the CEO, Randy, the #1 distributor, and his wife Samantha, backing him up, what they're doing to create this opportunity for others. Let me ask you this. If you help people make millions of dollars, several people, or let me just tone it down some. If you help thousands of people become 100,000-aires, they're making at least 6 figures because of this opportunity. Should you not be rewarded? Ask that question again, just to let it sink in. The mind moves very fast. Let me just ask it again and let that sink deep. If you create a system, you and some other folks create a system that other folks can now utilize your system and they can benefit financially from it in other ways, but financially they can get $10, $20, $30,000 a month, a week, a year, 100,000 a year coming in to do what they want to with that money. Should you not be rewarded handsomely for freeing up people like that? And my justice, my ethics in me says, yes, you have earned the right to have your bills paid. You've earned the right to, because you've helped others go out, help themselves, and then even help others. Because you're not making $1,000, $10,000 a year, a week, a month, a day, unless you help other people. That's this program. You could tell everybody in the world about this program. But if nobody pulls the trigger and utilizes it, you haven't really maximized helping them. They might learn some stuff, which has some value. That's why I say you haven't maximized helping them. Helping people make a decision that will be good for them. Helping them come off of $49 to utilize this for whatever good they're trying to do. That's where awesome intelligence comes from. helping them decide to spend $99 on this instead of hanging out with their friends, eating a bunch of chicken wings, watching the games today, Sunday, and looking up and saying, damn, I just dropped $150, drinking this, eating that, hanging out, tipping people. Am I really better off for it? I understand I watched the Bengals play the Cowboys, for example, and I get it, and I understood every play, and I saw it, but is that helping your family become better? All of us have choices all day, every day. Talking to me right now. I don't know about anybody else. You got choices every day, Remus. Did you learn a little bit more about what you got your hands on? Or did you spend too much time scrolling through social media? Did you spend too much time only playing chess? Did you spend too much time just, I got, get your push-ups in, get your squats in, get your cardio in. But did you put any time to further your mind about where the whole world is going? That's why I thank God every day we got 2 calls. I was on one this morning. Can't wait to listen to that one again, hopefully. Squeeze that in. Use another 30 minutes of my day to go back and listen to it again while new things are still happening, and put another post out there and maybe create another website. Created another website late last night just because. So many thoughts I have in my mind that need a structure. See, the question becomes, what did you do while you were here, Remus? What difference did you make in your 56 years? If you get another year in, 57. If you get a year after that, 58. What did you do with your time? How many lives are better because you were here? Or did you just really find a way to enjoy all this California sunshine and live in your own little world, and that was it? Okay. But something tells me that we all understand we got a deeper reason for being here than just enjoying the fruits of the labor of those that came before us. Something tells me we have a job to do. We got some things to do to make it better for the 5-year-old that's coming up. And to make it better for the 5-year-old that's coming up, hopefully we can make it better for their mama, for their daddy, for their grandmother, for their auntie. Take a little pressure off. So maybe they can survive a little bit easier. Maybe they can get another $100 a week coming in, a month coming in to their home, $200, wherever their home is. Maybe another $1,000. I mean, some people need another $10,000 to take care of all the responsibilities they have. They need it like you and I need oxygen right now. They got a lot of folks counting on them. And they've been holding it down, and that weight is getting a little heavy. And they got to figure out, and maybe they lost their job. 300,000 Black women, they tell me, lost their job within this last year behind different things that happened on the government level. Not their fault, not their doing. They did all the right stuff, many of them. Went to school, got good grades, did this, did that, been taking care of family, doing what they could do. And not just the women, but just holding in on that piece for a second. And now that's gone. What are you saying, God? Are you punishing them? Or is this part of some kind of master plan that we got to get stronger? We got to get better. We got to get bigger. We got to get faster. We got to get more tolerant. We got to get more patient. We got to get more loving. We got some getting to get. And while in some ways the whole world is falling apart, we can't let our world fall apart. I like the idea that says if you're the last person standing, you got to rebuild the whole thing. Probably gonna need, if you're a man, you're probably gonna need a woman. Because it's gonna be hard to reproduce after you gone. If you don't, and vice versa. If you're a woman, you might want to have a man, especially if you're still in a reproductive, because you got to have more of these beings running around called humans. You know what I'm saying? Some of these original folks. You're gonna need more. And it's so enriched. All of our DNA is so enriched with all the awesome intelligence. It's coded into our DNA. The immune system of us. If you're still alive, you here walking around, you come from the original. I researched it. I did my homework, Andrew. If you walking around, whoever you are, you from the original. I had to dig deep into researching that one. And yeah, I found out. If you're walking around on this planet Earth, and you're in a category called a human being, your roots go back to the original, for sure. So that means you've overcome some stuff to get this far. The question becomes, how much further will your seed go? It's the end of the road? Or how much further can you help other seeds go? Other beings on this planet, other people. And to me, that's a very worthwhile goal, conversation, cause to be involved in. So I know this conversation, these calls, people coming in, learning more about LEV AI. I can't wait to where, like Randy, I can get out the way. And some people on our team can be bearing witness to LEV AI, awesome intelligence. They can be holding down these 11 a.m. calls. Because if not, well, for the rest of my days, I got to be on here at 11 a.m. We got this in motion. When will my help come, Andrew? When can we take a, how do you leave something? And if you leave, it all falls apart. You can't leave yet. Somebody got to hold it down till someone else comes along to keep this thing going. But,
I'll be
I
there to
love
help
it.
you.
Go
I'll
ahead.
be there to help you about 5 minutes.
All right. All right. Take your time, man. Take your time. I'm just out here getting my sweat in. It's only probably 80, 82 degrees right here, right now. A little warmer, maybe. Probably feels warmer because I got this sweater on. It was a little cloudy this morning. But the point is, it's on us. If it's to be, it's up to awesome intelligence. If you take on the responsibility of a thing, you're going to treat it a little different. If it's somebody else's job or they're going to fix it, they're going to do it, it's a very unempowering position to take. That's why, again, I appreciate Randy and Blake. I'm looking at somebody that's vested in this thing. Some people may say, well, I tried that for a week or so. I didn't make $1 million the first few days. I told a couple people about it and they said, I don't know, man, I'm cool. And now but if you, Randy, Blake, Terry, you don't have that luxury. But luckily, thankfully, it's not their first rodeo. They kind of have the right consciousness to understand. Some will right now, some won't. So what? Move on to the next person. Because there's only 5 billion people. My mentor said something along these lines. 5 billion people is who you got to talk to. That's the potential market. Well, until each of them have heard the presentation 1,000 times each, your job ain't done. So I think we still got 4.9999 billion people to go to expose once. Not 1,000 times. They ain't heard about it at all, Andrew. They don't even know LEV AI exists. But thanks to you, man, with your global reach, I can do some, what's the word I'm looking for? Exponential growth thinking. That's not the word I'm looking for. There's a word that sums that thought up where I can imagine, let me say it like that, that with the hundreds of people you've exposed already, and a good percentage, well, if in my mind, a good percentage have already said, let's do this. They've already pulled the trigger. They got their own referral ID. Didn't pay a penny for it. You don't pay a penny for the referral ID, by the way, to this day. Now, if you want to use the services, that's going to cost you $49 for 30 days. Or $99, you can be a part, plus a $19 one-time fee. But the people that you've exposed, Andrew, what's exciting to me and myself, they know other people. And your reach, a lot of people I know, they're not as connected to the people you're connected to and have put time and energy and conversations and Zooms with people all over the world already. What? You know what I found, Andrew? When you go outside of your backyard, a lot of times the respect level for you goes up. That's an interesting human dynamic that I have found to be true. Familiarity breeds contempt is a phrase. People around you get so familiar with you that they don't quite really give you the respect that you wish they would. Just a human trait. Black, white, red, yellow, old, young. You just kind of, oh, that's so-and-so. They good people. They doing their thing. That's it. But when it's somebody that came in from 500 miles away, and they get to talking, I hear echo, Andrew. And they get to talking, they might say the same thing that Andrew said, or I said, or Blake said, but now because they're not from that local environment, people pay attention differently. That right there It's powerful. I see you're the host now. I think we're getting close to my 5-minute window that it was going to take for you to show up with this help. So I can pass the mic and we can balance out the frequency with some other voice, another thought going on. But I'm open for that.
Yes, sir.
All right, good stuff. So go ahead, Andrew. Let's hear what's on your mind.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
Thank you so much. I really
Yes, sir.
appreciate your being here. Congratulations. How about now? Testing, testing, testing.
I can hear you now.
Testing.
Yes, looking good, hearing good. I can hear you fine.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Yes, and congratulations on your presentation last night. I really enjoyed it. It was down to the minute.
Yes.
So everything went well. And I
Thank you.
want to, well, it's something I was looking forward to, find that Reamus Muhammad would be certainly in the mix with the leadership of this LEV AI team. And I'm very proud and pleased to be here among the team and on your team, Reamus Muhammad, just to let you know that.
Man, I appreciate that. Good looking out, man. I'm glad that you're on this team too, for sure. Good looking out.
Well, one of the things I was sharing earlier on our screen was the fact that this global rollout means that we'll be reaching more than just people in the United States and Canada starting tomorrow. It was actually September 17th that we launched here in the USA and Canada, but tomorrow opens up a whole new world, and it impacts people on all of the 7 continents. Now, there will be a phase 3 coming up, but as of tomorrow, 24 hours from now, those people that are in selected countries will be able to finally become part of this LEV AI global rollout. I'm going to share my screen briefly here as soon as I find what I'm looking for. And that's just a breakdown of where these places are around the world, so you'll know. But I'm taking a little bit different approach. LEV AI is basically set up for solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, and business owners to help them improve their ability to use AI for their own purposes, but also it could be used as a business as well. As Remus mentioned to you, I have a global reach, but not so much from a standpoint of global sales. It's more from a humanitarian standpoint. I'm a brand ambassador for many organizations here in the United States. Los Angeles is as president of 5 Points Youth Foundation that I've been championing now for 10 years. But one of the first things I did, even though we're based in South Central Los Angeles, is I joined the United Nations Global Compact, because what we do locally has global impacts, and what's happening on the globe has local impacts. So I took the responsibility for getting us a global footprint. I am myself a Goodwill ambassador. I have been since 2009. I was one of the first Facebook ambassadors, Remus. There were 200 of us back in 2009, October 2009. And I'm very proud to say that Luis Cruz Diaz, who was also appointed as a Goodwill ambassador at that time, has come aboard this team as well. So, there's something to continuity. This is not just something new. I have over a decade of experience in working with people around the world. So I've invited my Goodwill ambassadors to come aboard too. Many of them represent organizations that are on the front lines of climate change, on the front lines of inequality, on the front lines of poverty. They're all dealing with these things. So what I've suggested is that we take a new look at this awesome intelligence, and also find ways that we can reach a wider audience than the ones that they think about. Now, this morning, Randy Schrader said that we're entering into an expanding market, whereas right now there's hundreds of thousands of people, for example, that are tuning into Chat GPT every week. Oh, excuse me, hundreds of millions of people, excuse me. And many of those people are going to want to know more about AI than just Chat GPT. Among the solutions that we provide are tools that allow people that are right now struggling to find how to use AI and how to get their head around all the variety of AI tools that are out there. I believe what LEV AI has done has been to package all of the key elements that are needed from a standpoint of what do you need to run your business from an AI standpoint, and how can you make those tools work. That's the solution that they've provided to the world. So with LEV AI, you get everything you need in one place. Everything's made accessible. Now, what does everything mean? Well, you have 5 different elements to that, either at the $50 per month level or the $100 per month level. You have options to get tools that all work together to accomplish one objective, which is to make this awesome AI your awesome AI. So it begins with My AI Social, where you have an online presence and consistency. You can get social in seconds with AI expressing your voice for your personal and business profiles. Then My Network provides customer relationship management from easy imports with a screenshot to full personality profiles with recommendations for engaging. My Web is something that my brother Reamus Muhammad has been very much involved with for the last, I think, 72 hours now? It's an instant AI built website. You can build your own website utilizing AI tools to help you build a brand and deploy it. More on that in just a minute. Then you have My Momentum, reminders to build your business. Your AI co-pilot is always there to remind you when life gets busy. And finally, My Prospects, monthly leads program. You can sustain your momentum with over 2 billion searchable prospects. But let's take a step backwards here. I mentioned to you that either at the $49 level or the $99 level, you can get all this. There are some major differences. For example, with My Web, you are able to create your website for your particular business. And if you don't have a business, you can create the website to promote your LEV AI enterprises. And the hosting is free. So in addition to your $50, you do not have to pay GoDaddy or anyone else to host your site. Now, if you're an enterprising person that has some experience in websites, or you want to create additional income streams, for $99, you can create unlimited websites, not just for yourself, but for your clients, for your customer base, and for anyone else you choose. And all of these are hosted through LEV AI at no additional charge. It's been amazing to me that I was able to set up my website in about 5 minutes, and it's not as robust as it will be. You can add additional pages, you can add pictures, etc., but you can get up and running in less than a minute. But for millions of small business owners, solopreneurs, and nonprofit leaders, language has always been an invisible barrier. English dominates digital tools and platforms, leaving many entrepreneurs in Africa, Asia, Latin America, and immigrant communities at a big disadvantage. LEV AI challenges this inequity head on. Its multilingual back office tools, available in 10 languages immediately, empowers entrepreneurs to manage their businesses in the languages they live, work, and dream in, while connecting globally across linguistic borders. And this is just the beginning. More languages are on the way. Multilingual AI doesn't just translate, it transforms access into opportunity. Even the most dedicated entrepreneurs struggle when their back office tools don't speak their language. Customer relationship management, social posting, reminders, and, and websites often default to English-only systems. For a Spanish-speaking florist in Los Angeles, a Swahili-speaking NGO in Nairobi or a Mandarin-speaking importer in Toronto, this disconnect means wasted time, lost clarity, and missed opportunities. LEV AI's multilingual design eliminates this gap, making back office intelligence a universal resource. Through My AI Social, you can speak to the world authentically. Social media is global, but authentic voice is local. My AI Social generates posts not only in English, but in the entrepreneur's language of choice. A case study, the Afro-Brazilian designer. Camila runs a small fashion line in Salvador, Brazil. Before LEV AI, her social content was inconsistent because her English-based scheduling tools felt clumsy. With Portuguese-enabled My AI Social, she can now publish daily posts in her native tongue, instantly connecting with her audience while also translating into English for international customers. My network brings relationships in every language. Managing customers is hard enough. Managing across languages is harder. My network builds multilingual customer profiles, allowing outreach in a client's preferred language. Case study, the Tagalog-speaking caregiver agency. A caregiver cooperative in California serves both English and Tagalog-speaking families. With my network, they can manage communications in both languages seamlessly. Families will feel more respected and understood, leading to stronger loyalty and retention. Respect in business often begins with respect for language. Then you have My Web, instant multilingual websites. Your website is your storefront, and now it can welcome visitors in multiple languages. My Web instantly creates multilingual sites, allowing small businesses to engage both local communities and global audiences. Case study, the Kenyan exporter. Joseph runs a coffee export business in Nairobi. With My Web, his website can appear in English, Swahili, and French, expanding his customer base to include regional buyers in East Africa and importers in Europe. My Momentum, reminders that speak your language. Staying consistent is hard, but receiving reminders in your own language makes it easier. My Momentum provides nudges, checklists, and accountability in 10 languages, ensuring clarity and cultural relevance. Case study, the Arabic-speaking startup founder. Layla, a startup founder in Cairo, can use My Momentum to manage her busy days. Receiving reminders in Arabic will reduce friction and keep her focused. Her team, spread across Egypt and Europe, can receive bilingual task prompts, keeping everyone aligned. My prospects, global leads, multilingual outreach. Leads may come from anywhere, but converting them requires communication in the right language. My prospect filters its 2 billion searchable prospects by geography and language, allowing entrepreneurs to connect globally, but engage locally. Case study, the Hindi-speaking consultant. An Indian business consultant can use My Prospects to find new leads across Asia. By targeting Hindu-speaking prospects first, she can build trust quickly and then expand to English and Mandarin-speaking clients with built-in translation support. So, Remus, I'm going to wind this up just by focusing on why multilingual matters. 75% of consumers prefer to buy products in a native language. 60% rarely or never buy from English-only websites. Businesses using multilingual CRM report a 40% boost in client retention. So with that, Remus, I'm going to draw that part of my presentation to close and turn it back over to you for any final thoughts or anything else you'd like to share.
Well, again, brilliant, man, beautiful. I love what you share because, again, you really anchor the possibility that AI has been laying dormant, waiting to come into existence to actually fulfill the promises that go back at least thousands of years. The promises of peace on earth when there's enough people that understand and the connectivity gets put in place. So just on that last point about speaking in one's own language, doing business with people that one speaks the language of, something about that. It's more than just the language, it's a whole culture. And people do business, the adage says, with people they like and trust. They know them, they like them, and they trust them to do something. Nobody spends money thinking, when I pay this money, what I'm paying for, I'm not going to actually get. They might as well just throw the money out the window. They think, then believe, okay, they promised this, well, this amount of money, here's that amount of money, I need this. And so you pay money once, twice, maybe three times, I don't know, and you didn't get that value and you didn't get that service. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result.
Well,
Oh, wait.
on that note, I would like to share the last part of this article. I published this yesterday, and I want to invite people to go to medium.com. And if they can, find Andrew Williams Jr. and, you know, become a subscriber. Right now, I only have 3 subscribers, Remus, but the great news is by using this free medium.com site, I can post articles and then I can put that link anywhere around the world. I put it on my LinkedIn, I put it on my Twitter, Facebook, etc. So, please come support me. But this article I was reading to you from, it ends up with an about us that speaks to this trust idea about who we are. So about us, LEV AI is an AI-powered business suite designed to help entrepreneurs, nonprofits, and diaspora leaders turn connections into opportunities. Founded under the vision of Terry LaCour, CEO of LaCour Enterprises, and led by President Blake Schrader, LEV AI brings cutting-edge multilingual tools to communities worldwide. Our mission is to make artificial intelligence practical and accessible, enabling users to repurpose remittances, manage networks, build digital brands, and create wealth through shared growth models. By offering tools like AI-driven social content, customer relationship, instant websites, business reminders, and access to billions of prospects, LEV AI empowers members and partners to scale faster and smarter. So I just want to reconfirm what you're saying. You have to begin with working with a team that you trust. And Terry LaCour and his team have built that trust over decades. So we're riding on the shoulders of giants as we bring this solution to people around the world.
Absolutely. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, let me take this opportunity. You mentioned the key word there was sweet. Um, it's not an accident. My video seems to be frozen. Is that true on your end as well?
No, I see you fine.
Okay, that's just on my end. So, okay, no problem. Let me tell you, many people know I created a company in November called Sweet Excursions. Now, when you hear it, you might think SWEET. That I didn't create that. I created SUITE excursions. Andrew, when you go to the penthouse suite, it's a little different than all the other rooms, or it just conjures up a different energy, a suite. But let me give you something. Why this resonates so deep with me, what Terry's doing, because the idea of Sweet Nest International, which I now have a website for, thanks to this LEV AI, that idea goes way back. I'm sure probably to college days, which is a good 30 years ago. But somewhere it dawned on me having a parent company called Sweet Nest International. It's definitely some thought went into that, but it's not sweet. Sweetness kind of has a certain ring to it, sweetness. But when you understand SUITE, sweet, and then Nest, NEST, not NESS, Sweet Nest International, Incorporated, well, that's a different kind of thing. Trust and believe there's a sweet nest, Japan. There's a sweet nest, China. There's a sweet nest, got a few hundred of them now, a couple hundred of them that we can speak to in their own language. When I had the idea for Sweetness International Incorporated, there was no LEV AI. I promise you that. There was no conversation about AI. The audacity of vision and speak it into existence and speak to it as if it already existed, because in my mind it did. Talk about awesome intelligence. The mind of a human being is awesome. And it can study and learn from others what to do, what not to do. It can learn a lot. But let me give you this last piece about Sweet Nest. It's also an acronym from its inception. It was Saviors united with integrity to teach everyone. That is Sweet Nest International. And nest is a place where you can rest assured, kind of like a bird's nest. That's one of the slogans of Sweet Nest International Incorporated, is a place where you can rest assured. Rest assured about what? That you're going to be treated right. That's why in the name of Sweet Nest is Saviors united with integrity to teach everyone. That's at the core of who I am. It's therefore at the core of this thing, this business, this artificial intelligence, this whole entity that has been given birth to just from the thoughts of things of Sweet Nest International Incorporated. As I watched a lot of corporations, you know, you got Rockefellers and you got Murdochs and you got Fords and you got DuPonts, and that have created layers and layers and layers and layers of thoughts and businesses. And knowing that, back in getting this degree in management and this master's in Japanese business and thinking about international corporate law, long before there was an AI, there was an idea that you can create entities that give birth to entities, that house entities, that create other entities, that spawn off other entities, that do a lot of good. And so that to me is in the nature of people. A lot of folks might not think like that yet, but I believe with everything in me, they will. They'll create planets that revolve around a sun. And, and they'll keep them planets spinning and working. And to me, that's very exciting. And to bring all of that into more fruition as the world is getting unified by one phrase. I don't care what continent I go to, I believe it. I haven't actually physically went and tried it, but I believe what I'm watching on TV and other people giving testimonies here and there and other businesses and or the governments, and that language that the world speaks right now is AI. And that language, oh, it's very comprehensive. Oh, there's a global thinking. Oh, it's not hard to really imagine at all right now, a universal government of peace where we all can live in peace together. Because I guarantee you, if someone in China sees somebody doing some children wrong, it's going to stir up a certain feeling. And if somebody in Italy sees somebody over in Africa doing children wrong, oh, it's going to stir up some real negative feelings, because it's something universal on that alone. And doing people wrong, universally, it's beginning to be understood that that's not acceptable. And pointing out the bad actors that are causing this drama, that's becoming very normal from my vantage point. And when you know the resume of individuals and you know a person's credit history, that's something that they got to live up to. And we, you know, as people on this planet. So I understand a lot better why it says the truth will set you free. What I love about this LEV AI, Andrew, it helps establish truth. It helps people communicate if they want to, which we definitely do at Awesome Intelligence. We want to communicate with the best of Africa, the best of the Caribbean, the best of Europe, with the best of Asia. Did I leave anybody out? Antarctica, other planets. Let me throw them in there. We want to communicate with the best. Who did I leave out? I didn't. South America. It's not intentional, but it's only what, 7 continents, right? The best of those that live on the water, underwater. We want to communicate with the best of them. We want to help them. We want to see if we can contribute anything. With our baby knowledge, we may not be able to contribute much, but maybe they'll be patient with us and teach us.
Well, on that
Go ahead.
note,
Yeah.
I'd like to share the last part of this article because I did not forget us, Reamus Muhammad, in introducing people to these concepts, because the About Us allows us to tell them about us. So, and again, this is all editable, Remus. So, this is what I put out there. We can always come back and whatever you want to add, subtract, multiply, divide. But what I have is About Us, Awesome Intelligence Team, LEV AI Network. The Awesome Intelligence Team, LEV AI Network, is a pioneering community of visionaries, entrepreneurs, and cultural diplomats who are reimagining how artificial intelligence can empower people and communities worldwide. Founded through the leadership of Reamus Muhammad, a LEV AI partner, and Andrew Williams Jr., an LEV AI partner, and cultural diplomacy leader, the network brings together members and partners across industries and continents. The Awesome Intelligence Team is anchored by its mentor-in-chief, Randy Schrader, a global architect of direct selling excellence, whose mentorship spans more than 30 years of building billion-dollar networks, empowering teams, and cultivating legacy-driven leadership. Together, the Awesome Intelligence Team, LEV AI Network, is committed to leveraging LEV AI's multilingual back-office tools, My AI Social, My Network, My Web, My Momentum, and My Prospects, to transform remittances and networks into sustainable enterprises, building systems that help families, nonprofits, and entrepreneurs create reciprocal income streams and intergenerational wealth, advancing cultural diplomacy and sustainable empowerment across Africa, the Caribbean, Asian, and Latin American diasporas, championing a global movement where technology and mentorship converge to create lasting impact. And in closing, with the combined vision of Reamus Muhammad, Andrew Williams Jr., and Randy Schrader, the Awesome Intelligence Team stands at the forefront of the mission to turn sending money into building wealth and to transform partnerships into legacies of prosperity. So we are the Awesome Intelligence Team, LEV AI Network, and you can reach me, Andrew, on Instagram at Ambassador AWJ, or you can reach Remus on Instagram at Excellence Management. If you want to join LEV AI, you can go to getlev.ai/Andrew Networks to join under me, or GetLev AI/131590 to join under Remus. But in either case, you're part of the team and part of your family. So with that, I turn it over to you for closing thoughts.
Absolutely brilliantly worded. The only fine tuning I would do would be to refer in there to Randy as assistant mentor in chief.
Okay.
Awesome Intelligence. Now, when it comes to LEV AI, all day long, he is the mentor in chief. He has that spot wholeheartedly, full-throated, with everything in my DNA. But when it comes to Awesome Intelligence, what we're creating over here with Awesome Intelligence will benefit LEV AI. We are an asset to LEV AI and to the rest of this planet. And we recognize what LEV AI is, who LEV AI is, the history of LEV AI. That'll never change in Awesome Intelligence. And the very fabric of what gave birth to Awesome Intelligence, beyond a shadow of a doubt, was the advent of LEV AI. There wouldn't have been that thought in my head. When I saw it on paper, and I saw Asiatic intelligence too, that's a whole nother page. Trust me. I'm going to coin that one right now. Asiatic AI. The recreation of AI is really what Awesome Intelligence is all about. And to incorporate all the best of. And now I just mentioned SweetNet International. That predates Awesome Intelligence. Awesome Intelligence lives up under SweetNet International, for sure. But had there not been LEV AI, Awesome Intelligence, which is a baby of SweetNet International, would never have actually crystallized had there not been LEV AI. That's why it's easy for me to incorporate Randy, Lake, Terry LaCour, and so many others I don't even know, Samantha. All of that, you can't talk about Awesome Intelligence and not respect and understand what LEV AI is. So just wanted to put that little thought in. But other than that, man, thank you so much. Absolutely brilliant. Because that's what it happens. When you give birth to babies, they have to grow into fullness of what they are when they're born. And that's what's going on. Fine tuning of this baby is happening every second of every day. I'm excited for everybody to come take a look tonight if you can. We're going to do our presentation like we do the company. LEV AI, the company, is going to present tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 o'clock on the East, same time. So that's happening. And then tomorrow we launch. This time next week, our conversation is going to be extraordinarily different. But there will be some experiences that happen starting in a few hours. In a few hours, other countries will be pushing the button, paying their money via PayPal, through their bank, however they do it. And the learning curve, the history will be continually documented so that a week, 2 weeks, a month, a year, 2 years, 5 years from now, we'll be talking about LEV AI and how did it unfold and what happened to it after the 28th of September. On the 29th, which is tomorrow, Monday, what happened from that point on? None of us know yet, but we keep on breathing. Something's going to happen after tomorrow. And I can't wait to be a part of it and see what happens at the same time.
All right. Well, on that note, again, I'm going to ask everyone to reach out to Reamus at Excellence Management on Instagram, or reach out to me Ambassador AWJ. But we're going to wrap this up today. Thank you so much for joining us. And we'll be here again tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel, right here. We're out.
Have a good day, y'all. Take care.
All right. Love to all.
Love you.